Well, hello everyone. Gonna do a little bit of an oil change service kind of thing. We just got back a couple days ago from a week in the UP and put quite a few miles on it, about 450 miles. And this is after washing it one time, and we're getting everything stripped on it so we can finish washing the hard to get areas. But I'm at my hours for service and need to get the oil change done so it's ready for the next time out. And yeah, so tell you some things we like, some things we noticed, and a little bit of this oil change. Let me get ready and I'll bring you guys back. All right, so we're gonna start with breaking the plug loose. All right. Pull the ratchet off. And put that back up there and spin it off. The other way. Hold some pressure up so you don't make a mess. The oil looks pretty clean. All right, Taylor, grab your brother a rag. No, over there on the welder, there's a rag laying. Let me see that drain plug. .6mm Allen. So I already broke it loose. That blue line was lined up with that blue line until it's a factory filter. So I'm gonna pull the filter. Just get that through the hole between the seats. Like that. Lift up, pull it out. Anyways, pull the filter. This is probably where it makes a huge mess. To reach under there and move that drain pan so we're catching the oil.
It is catching the oil.
Alright. Alright guys, while I letting it drip and kind of dry, I sprayed some brake clean in there. Show you what I bought. Just got the oil change kit, and comes with 2.5 quarts and an oil filter, like 45 bucks or something like that. That's what we're gonna use, and yeah. So, going to take the small container, 16-ounce container, and fill up our oil filter. I want the motor to start dry. Let her bubble. Get all the air out of there. Make sure your finger's clean, get you a little bit of that oil, put on a seal so it doesn't stick in there when you're trying to pull it out, you know, give you a bunch of headaches later down the road kind of thing. And then, without making a mess, bring it down into here and thread it on real quick. You can see you're gonna make a little bit of a mess, but a little brake clean won't do. Make sure it's tight. So guys, got all that tightened up, everything's snug back up. We got the oil cap out. You can see I got the air filter out, a little bit of dirt in there. We're gonna do stuff a rag in the hole there, take the air compressor, blow that all out, make sure it's clean. Blow the air filter back out, put a little dab of grease back in there, so that helps. I run for the time being, I've got a nylon that I put over here. It helps if any water gets in there to keep the paper filter from getting too wet. Used to do that in the old mud trucks and stuff, so just cheap, easy way. Grab a pair of the significant others, old nylons, and cut it to fit. Hold the clutch cover. We're gonna take an air hose and blow all the clutches out. It's something I've done after every ride. Don't know if it's necessary, but we do get a lot of dust out of there, so it's something I'm gonna keep doing. So get going on the next step. Like I said, the oil drain plug is tight, oil filter's in, oil filter's tight, oil filter's full of oil. So let me get my funnel and get adding oil. All right, so we're going to dump the rest of the quart that they put in here, the half quart thing. Let that drain. Dump this in, the other quart. Alright, well, air compressor's charged now. See, I got the oil cap back on. I got all 2.5 quarts in there. Just got a rag stuffed in there. The clutches. Sorry for that shaking. When that shuts off. Alright, well, I got the belt pulled off so I can inspect that. I'm going to take a rag. I didn't have any acetone, so I'm just going to use a little brake clean on a rag and wipe the clutches, or the sheaves, and make sure they're clean. And now, I blew the clutch out at 110 miles, and it was there was a decent amount, and you've seen this time at 560 miles how much dust come out. So it's definitely something that should be done on a regular basis. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep wiping and put the belt back on. The belt has been inspected. It looks in pretty good shape. I don't feel any weird spots in it. So we're gonna keep running it. Okay guys, with cleaning it, you can see I have a little bit of belt overextension going on right here. or pulley, clutch over, whatever they call it. It's where the belt is riding too high. In this case would be the secondary clutch. So I'm gonna look up some fixes on that and see what we can do, and yeah, I'll let you guys know on that one when I figure out what I'm gonna do to fix that, because we don't want to have that happening anymore. So I get it back together. So I got the clutch cover back on, tighten all the bolts. Something I wanted to show you guys. I know they sell a tool for doing this, but this right here works awesome. This is flexy, but you can see 1/4, 5/16. So 1/4 inch or 5/16. It's kind of hard one-handed, but what this is a hose clamp brand socket nut driver. I think I got it for like 10 bucks on Amazon or whatever, and I just keep it in my toolbox for changing belts and that kind of stuff, because I didn't want to keep a bunch of extensions and swivels and stuff, so that works really good for that. Make sure the hose clamp's straight. You see it lets you get in there at weird angles and still torque down on stuff. Works really good. Nice and tight. Alright. So the last thing that I can think of that needs to be blowed out is the air filter. Let me finish this up. Alright, so oil change's done, air filter's in, clutch is blowed and cleaned out, inspected. Clutches are cleaned, belts cleaned. I did notice one issue going down the trail after a couple miles. I'm starting to hear the roll cage squeak. So I'm gonna check to make sure they're all tight. Those two look tight, just a rough thing, but this one I already checked and it's loose. See? So yeah, they do have nylocks on them, but you know what? Sometimes they rattle loose. No biggie, just something else you probably should just keep an eye on. So I'm gonna go through and check all the mounting bolts. A couple up in there I'm gonna check, a couple over there, you know, everywhere that it bolts together I'm gonna check it. Looks to be a 15mm wrench and socket, so I'm gonna go through and snug them up, and I'll let you know how many were loose. Hello everyone. So as I said in the beginning of the video, we're gonna do a 500-mile pros and cons review of the 2021 Rzr XP4 4-seater. We're just over 500 miles. There's a few things that we notice that we like, and there's a few things we notice that we don't like. I guess I'll start with, there's a couple things I didn't like at first. I think it was due to the fact that maybe Polaris is being pushed a little hard right now, and they're not watching a few things. The shocks, the tension on the springs was not set how I liked it. Played with the spring tension, and now it seems to be just fine. The ride was a little stiff when we got it. Now it rides pretty good. Other than that, I mean, the only other issue I think we've had is the roll cage. A couple of the bolts started to squeak, come loose a little bit. Tighten those up. It's been quiet. Another negative is being that it's the XP, it doesn't have stadium seating. Our son doesn't like the fact that he can't see over my seat. Other than that, I mean, I don't feel that there's that much that's that bad with it. I don't mind the ride. It's got plenty of power. Yeah. Cleaning sometimes might be an issue, just depending on what kind of environment you're in, I guess. You know, got to pull the seats, pull center console, rinse everything out. Kind of time consuming, but luckily it's pretty easy to do all that. So, yeah. I mean, do you have any concerns, things you don't like?
The thing with the seating is our kids, we're able to move around in the seats. A full-size adult can sit in the back seat, so it's nice to be able to switch with our son. And you know, I'll get in the back and ride. I fit comfortably back there. I actually prefer the back seat, to the front. The seats are not that comfortable. They could use, you know, some more padding. The seat belt is something that I don't really like. We have regular seat belts in ours. The harnesses are probably a lot better without the seat belt rubbing on your neck. Other than that, I feel like it's a great ride. I mean, we've enjoyed it. We're about to go up again in a couple more weeks, so we're looking forward to it.
All right, to add to the seating thing, we've had 4 adults in this thing, drove around, I don't know, we did 50 miles or so with 4 adults, full-size adults. I'm not a small guy. The other gentleman that was in there with us is definitely not a small guy too. He rode in the back just fine. Yeah, I mean, the seats, I guess, could be more comfortable. I don't feel that they're that bad. I have plenty of room. I'm 6'3". One major thing I can say for comfort was putting the door lowers on, because now you don't feel like a leg's gonna fall out, a stick's gonna come in and hit you. So I guess we could go into accessories that we've done and that we like. Maybe there's a couple that we'll do in the future that will make it even nicer. Couple of the accessories we've done is an aluminum roof, a DOT glass windshield, and I really like the windshield. I really like the roof. The aluminum door lowers also definitely a must. You notice that the dirt doesn't get thrown in the bottom of the doors like it used to,
Or mud.
Yeah, so that definitely helps with the door lowers. The windshield helps, especially when it's raining. We got caught in the rain when we were up there last time. The rain was pouring. So luckily we had a windshield wiper and a nice windshield. Some people weren't that lucky, and they had the poly windows with no windshield wipers, so they were definitely not liking it when it was raining. So yeah, I mean, is there anything you want to add? So yeah, I mean, it's been a pleasure owning this. I don't know if you guys need to know a past of us. We've wheeled for years, mud trucks, trail trucks, custom built buggies. I mean, we've built all kinds of stuff. We've wheeled all kinds of stuff. We've done everything from dirt bikes, 4-wheelers, sand rails. We've had fun with all of it. So this, to me, has definitely been a pleasure, having something that we can just jump in without having to build. Just maybe throw some little accessories on it and go down the road and have some fun. We did take some video of the roughly 450 miles we put on in a week. It didn't turn out I mean, I can throw a little bit of clips in on maybe some future videos. I'm gonna have somebody help me with editing that. It didn't turn out very good. So hopefully when we go back up in a couple weeks, we possibly could get some better footage that we can make work. Definitely something I would like to do is upgrade to a better camera, and yeah. For upgrades in the side by, right now I think the next step would probably be heated seats because we're coming into that season. But other than that, I think we've covered everything we need and done it on a budget, so that's been great for us. So all right, well, we're outside as you can see, and the wind's starting to pick up, so I'm sure there's some wind noise going. So basically, to wrap this video up, we really like our 2021 Rzr XP4 1000 Sport. If you guys are on the fence, I don't think you can go wrong with this unit. It's been great for us, and we're hoping to continue to rack the miles up on it and just have a lot of fun as a family. So with that being said,
Thanks for watching.